These are, I mean,
These are the San Marzano and Heart tomatoes from the garden,
okay.
and freshly picked this morning.
And what are we doing today?
And we're going to make a true Italian sauce with San Marzano and heart tomatoes, Italian heart tomatoes. And right now I'm getting ready to blanch the tomatoes. I got the pot ready and it's boiling and it's ready for blanching. And if you want to just observe me for a minute, I'll show you how I do the first stages of blanching.
Okay.
I take some of these tomatoes over here that have already been washed. I put them in here. Like so.
You don't worry about pulling those stems out?
No. And what I do is I submerge these in boiling water. And then I set a timer here and I give them about 30 seconds. Give them about 30 seconds, that's all they need for blanching. And then over here I have my basil that'll be put in the sauce.
Okay.
After I blanch them, I have to put the tomatoes here, let them cool off, and then I can peel them once they've cooled. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now they've been in here 30 seconds, and what I'm going to do is take them out. Watch what I'm doing. Take them out and set them on the pan. And the skin will start shriveling up on some of these. You watch.
So you don't have to like plunge them in cold water?
No.
I always heard you go
No.
from hot to cold.
No. So just watch what I'm doing here. You'll see. This is a very quick and easy way to do it. This is just showing you how the skin starts peeling on the tomatoes after they're blanched and cooled. So what I'm going to do next is take all that skin off, and I'll be ready to make the sauce. And over here I have some of the larger tomatoes that I'm going to blanch, but I'm going to wait until I finish those first to get those out of the way and then make room for these bigger ones.
Do you blanch those for longer than 30 seconds?
I blanch these about a minute.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What I'm doing now is I'm peeling, coring, and slicing the tomato ready for the sauce. Coring and peeling each tomato. See, the skin comes right off. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Very simple. Put that, I should put this over here. And then score that, and look at that peeling come off of there. Look at that. See?
Okay.
And then I cut them in half. Cut these in half. It's easier when you put them in the sauce to crush them when you do that. Okay, see?
Yep.
How nice? There, look at that. Look how beautiful.
Wow.
And another thing I want to point out here, you see when you see this green stuff like this, that's not too good. It's edible, but I'd rather not. When you have such good tomatoes like this, you're better off to just using the best of it.
Talk about what kind of tomatoes.
These are San Marzanos right now. What I'm cutting are the San Marzanos. These little round ones like this, those are San Marzanos. And these are the San Marzano regular. These are the San Marzano Gigante. They look like peppers.
Okay. Okay, we've peeled the garlic, cut it.
You want to show this?
We're in the process of chopping it.
Yeah. And now, what I do is, before I turn the fire on, I put oil in the bottom of the pan for the garlic.
And it's got to be a good olive oil, right?
Yeah, good olive oil. And as we cut the garlic now, we put all that cut garlic in here. Let me show you. Like this, see?
And you put it in a cold pan.
Cold pan.
Yep.
Yeah, it's put in a cold pan because what I do is I bring the heat up with the oil and the garlic at the same time so that it gives it flavor throughout the oil as it's cooking.
And it also makes it easier so it doesn't burn.
Yeah, you're infusing. I couldn't think of the word, but you're infusing the garlic with the oil.
And you've rinsed all the basil and you're letting it dry.
Yeah. Rinse the basil, letting it dry.
And that's going to go with the garlic?
Right, that'll go in with the, well, that'll go in when you have the tomatoes in there.
Okay. All the garlic's chopped and in the bottom. Would you say that was about a head and a half of garlic?
What'd you say?
How much garlic?
I would say there's about 20 cloves, but we're making a lot of sauce.
Okay. So now what?
Now we're ready to go. And what I need is a nice long spoon. See if this is, yeah, this will reach it down there. Good. And I'm going to turn the flame on high and start infusing the garlic with the oil. And here you have to be careful when you're doing this because you don't want to burn the garlic. You have to be ready with some of your tomatoes to put in there so that you prevent the garlic from cooking any further. Okay.
I'm surprised you cooked that high.
Yeah, I want that to really infuse that. And then I got this ready to put in there to stop it from burning. And you watch it till you see that it's just starting to turn a little brown. And then you throw the tomatoes in there.
Okay.
Now you can see here, you can just see like it's starting to turn a little brown. See?
Okay.
And when you see that, then you get your tomatoes ready to put in there. But you want to make sure you don't have this too raw. You want to get it cooked. Because that's what gives you the flavor, see? There, it's getting brown there, see?
Okay.
Now. And when you hear that sizzling, you know you're doing a good job. Okay, see? Look at that. Wow.
And that's the base.
That's the base, yeah. And what I do with that base is I get a potato masher and crush it even more. I'm letting out all my secrets here in this camera. I don't know why I do that. See what I'm doing?
Yep.
Here, take this. I'm going to turn the light, overhead light on. It's on. That's what I think. Now what we do is we start adding to this. Keep that flame going. Yeah. You can smell that garlic infusing with that oil.
Yeah,
know?
it smells great.
Yeah.
Did you turn the heat down a little bit?
Yeah, turn it down some. Now I'm going to put some more of these in there and mash them.
And those were the tomatoes that you blanched. Well, don't you let them cook down a little bit before you mash them?
Pardon me?
Don't you cook them down a little bit before you mash them?
Yeah, I do. I cook them down a little bit. So we'll let them cook down right now.
Okay, so we've got all the tomatoes in there, and you're cooking them, and you are letting them cook down. You're mashing them.
Yeah, I'm mashing them, but I want a certain consistency. I don't want it too watery. I want it thick. I just keep mashing and checking. Ready to add some spices.
What's that?
Salt, pepper, black pepper. I gotta open this and get more of it out of here. Black pepper. And oregano.
And that's your oregano, right?
Yeah. And then I also give it just a little bit of this just to make sure it gets into the sauce.
That's a garlic powder?
Yeah, the powder. And then I stir this up real good. Stir it real good like this, and then add the basil, like that.
You add it whole like that?
Yep. You add the whole thing in there like that because that is going to flavor that entire sauce. And let it go.
How long do you let that cook?
Now, usually I let it cook for about an hour, simmer. I let it simmer. Yeah, I bring it, it's up to a boil now almost. And what I do is I cut it down.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're cooking it as high as you are.
Yeah, and what I'm going to do is cut it down now to medium. Okay?
So now we're just cooking down to get the water out of it.
Right. We're thickening it.
Cooking for how long?
Now the sauce has been cooking, simmering for an hour, over an hour, and now Nancy is cutting the stems from the basil and putting the actual basil leaves back in, but the stems out.
No, those were the whole
Yeah.
basil that we
Right,
shoved
for
in
flavoring.
before when it was cooking. You want to stir that so they can see the thickness of
Sure,
this?
sure.
Maybe pull some up.
Getting ready to put the pasta in the sauce. So what I do is I put some sauce on the bottom, and this is a little bit runny, but it has to cook some more. But I'm so hungry and this tastes so good that we're going to eat it like this for now and let that simmer down so that it'll get thicker later. And this is our pasta right here. I'm going to drain it. Hold on. There, I want to get the water out of here. Shoot. Okay. Very good. Now I need more sauce. So what I do now is I get this sauce, put as much sauce on here as possible. Put a little bit of my best olive oil on top. And then I have to mix it. Put more cheese on it. So I take this,
What kind of cheese?
put the cheese on. This is Romano cheese. Like that. And then garnish it like this. And it's ready to go. There it is. That's a
Yay.
finished product right there. Now we